Hey everybody, this is Alchemisted, and this is the first Halo 4 Forge map review. Probably the only one so far anyways. So, Halo 4's maps are kinda not great. They really don't flow all that well, if you get where I'm going. Like, movement is kind of a chore sometimes. So... hey. On a little bit of a, team's disabled, yeah. On a little bit of a wild hair, I decided to look for some old, Halo 2 maps, and what I came up with was several remakes of Lockout. And, of the remakes of Lockout that I have seen, this is probably the best so far. It was made by fellows. Gamertag is TheRoflzDude if you want to check it out. I'm going to give you a quick tour of it, talk about Lockout and Halo 2 and this map. I have made a few changes to this map in Forge to fix a couple things. I'll talk about those when we get to there. So, Lockout. Lockout is kind of the Halo what Facility was to GoldenEye death matches. It was that one level that everybody could sort of agree on. It was that one multiplayer level that was just really, really fun all around. Right away, it's pretty close. It's not exact. There are a few things that feel like they're not quite there, but all in all, he's done a pretty good job. He's actually built an asteroid. This is an Impact. Impact's a really big Forge-friendly multiplayer map. He's actually built an asteroid to embed, like all that stuff. That's all like placed. He's built a giant rock to embed this in to try and replicate Lockout as closely as you can, considering this is in space. Also, I really like the way Impact looks. Impact's a really gorgeous-looking map. It's a really just sort of like blank slate. It's almost Forge World-ish in a way for you to just create. And yeah, it's got like tons of little asteroids that you can, you know, it's got these little celestial bodies that you can build maps on. I've been tempted to build a Griffball court over there myself. Just a Griffball court in space. But yeah, he made a really good choice picking Impact. It's a gorgeous map, and building his own asteroid so that it could be partially embedded in rock like it was in Halo 2. Really good choice. And so let's talk about size. The size of some things is a little off, but it's going to be. This is entirely scratch built. But all in all, the size, it feels pretty right. I played tons of games on Lockout and Blackout and Halo 3, and the scale can feel off a little sometimes. Sometimes you run into something. For example, like this thing sticking out here can be a little off-putting, but like that's just the nature of the beast because it's Forge. But all in all, the size feels about right for Lockout. While I'm talking about feel, let's talk about movement. I actually spent quite a while just running around, and I was kind of surprised at how old hat getting around Lockout is for me. I guess I just spent way too much time in it. But that was one of the great things about Lockout was how the map flows. It's really easy to get from one place to another in Lockout. You know, there's movement, just kind of like the battles just kind of move. You know, they don't. There's no, like, weird terrain. There's no, like, weird terrain obstacles or, like, weird map decisions or, like, weird map layouts. that really kind of force you to move about in like this really awkward way. Lockout's a really great map to get around on, and I was pretty surprised with how easy it was for me to get around on it still. I can literally like think in the back of my head and I know where everything is. It's a really easy map to memorize, and one of the great things about it was, even though it was really easy to memorize, there are tons of jumps, there are tons of hidey holes. There's lots of little stuff that the better you know the map, you can start looking around and seeing all kinds of stuff that you didn't notice before, and all kinds of approaches and ways to get about and ways to stay hidden. And for a map that's such a simple design, and it really is. It is very simple compared to many of the other maps, like such as Headlong, for example, from Halo 2, which is another favorite, albeit for different reasons. It was just a really great map. It was really fun, and I remember lots of great times on it. So yeah, from like the look of it and the getting around, he's got it down pat. And again, his gamer tag is TheRoflzDude, if you want to check it out. There are a couple things that I did have to fix. For example, this thing right here. This railing right here, this little thing right here, was not here before. So I had to go in Forge and duplicate an object and place that there, because anybody could just like run through this area and just fall like a dumbass into space and die. So I had to alter that. Little teeny tweaks, though. Overall, he's done a great job. I've also had to alter the weapons loadout of the map a little bit. I'll take you on a tour of the weapon placement as we go. Here, starting here, you have one of the changes to the map is the storm rifle is here. This used to be where a plasma rifle spawned. In fact, I think there may have been 2 plasma rifles here, or near here. But since dueling is out and the plasma rifle is gone, you got a storm rifle. Personally, I think the storm rifle is shit, but I think the storm rifle is fucking useless. It's just not that great. This is something I added, a couple plasma grenades. There used to be 3 plasma grenades that spawned here in Halo 2. He didn't place those. He forgot those, so I put these here. Only 2 plasma grenades, because that's the max that you can carry. In Halo 2, you could carry 4. I put an assault rifle here, because in this room you used to have 2 SMGs that would spawn. The SMGs no longer in the game, so I had to sort of make a choice between the Forerunner suppressor and the assault rifle, and I decided to stick with the assault rifle, because I'd rather have that than the suppressor, because the suppressor running around this map would be kind of bad. It would be kind of broken. So here you have the shotgun. There's a middle room underneath the center. Well, yeah, of course it's the middle. It's underneath the center. But there's a room underneath the center. I'll show you. Where that room would always be a meat grinder. That room would always be the room you'd kind of avoid in Lockout. Was like you came in here, and you would either have like people with BRs over on this end or the other. And you just have running gunfights here constantly. So you would tend to like move around this room. You tend to avoid this room unless your team was completely dominating it. But you jump down from here, and there's a shotgun. The shotgun is mean. The shotgun can rule this map if used correctly. If used well, the shotgun will dominate this map. Here we come to something else he kind of got wrong. There's supposed to be a gap here between these 2 walkways. The walkway up here and the one I'm standing on. That gap has killed me so many times that I don't really care if it's gone. In fact, when I noticed that the gap between these 2 walkways had been closed to some bit, yeah, this is a bit too wide. That's probably wise, because this walkway is a little too wide for recreating Lockout. But when I noticed that this gap was gone, I just kind of shrugged. I was just like good riddance, because that gap killed me so many times, so many unfair times. It's my story, and I'm sticking to it. Here you have the Covenant Energy Sword, which would dominate this map, unless somebody on your team had the shotgun. Heaven help you if somebody on the other team had both the shotgun and the sword. They were just a juggernaut. I placed, these weren't here before. I placed 2 plasma grenades here, because you could drop down and get 2 plasma grenades. I think there may have been a needler down here as well. I placed a needler up there. In fact, I'll show you. Placed a needler up here. I believe there may have been 2 of them in this room. I think, but since you can't dual wield them, there's just 1. I think there may have been a needler down there, but I'd have to actually like go into Halo 2 to see. I've been doing all this from memory. The fusion core placement from memory, while I'm on that subject, seems right. I don't know. I think it is. Here you have a BR. This map is a pretty small map, but it was pretty good for the BR. If you could like find a nice, safe vantage point to take out the other team or the other players, the BR would do you a lot of good. Here's another BR right here. I think this placement for it is pretty spot on, actually. I think that's exactly where it was. Just been on this map so many times now. Then you have a couple frags that I've placed up here, as they were here in Halo 2, and you have the sniper rifle. Sniper rifle, kind of odd. I always thought the sniper rifle was kind of odd on Lockout before, but I never really questioned it. You know, it was a sniper rifle, and if you had somebody good with a sniper rifle, and you could get him either here or on top of there, you could really even the odds in your favor. Of course, if you're on top of there, and someone gets a fucking sniper rifle, and someone gets a sniper rifle over there, you have a teammate over here, there's some fusion cores over there, you can do the math. Bad day to be a sniper. Let me get that thing back. Whee! Farewell, battle rifle. Explore space. So yeah, so glad that gap is gone. Now you can just sort of jump up. And although that's probably the reason why that gap was there, was to prevent you from just like running up to here and jumping up. So I can see why it was there. Maybe this railing could be a little higher to prevent you from just like jumping up all the way. You know? Maybe I could do that. I could like move this railing a little higher to prevent people from just like jumping up from there. Yeah, I could probably do that. Yeah, that's probably not going to be a problem. But at the same time, I'm not too broken up that it's gone. And that's Lockout again. It's made by TheRoflzDude. It's pretty much the closest to Lockout that I have seen of the many Lockout remakes that are on the file shares. So if you're a fan of Halo 2, or if you're a fan of Halo 3's Blackout remake, go ahead and check out TheRoflzDude's Lockout map. It's pretty close. It's pretty good. It's got a couple little errors on it, but all in all, it's pretty fucking fantastic. It's pretty close to the original. I am quite impressed with how good this recreation is. So, that's that. If I can, I'm going to try and get a game going on this map. Maybe fix that railing first. And then, yeah. So, that's Lockout. and Halo 4. I really think that they need to put these maps into, like, fucking rotation. Like, here's something, like, start a petition or something, but, like, at least this one. I actually think this one should be in rotation. Like, they should have, like, a Forge... Like, they should have a Forge map playlist where they select various maps made by the community and just keep those in rotation for, like, Team Slayer or what have you. This map would be fantastic for that. 343 really needs to do that. But yeah, here's Lockout by TheRoflzDude. It's a blast from the fucking past. Be sure to check it out if you're a fan of Halo 2. Yeah, so I'll see you guys later. So later.